I would say, I think it's a Bloodlines too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a second to catch up.
Alright. See if I can not die again here. There we go.
Oh, we're back on. Okay, cool.
Welcome back! We are having some technical difficulties. And I'm having an issue with the lag. There we go.
Which I just want to get in without looking at another NBA ad. I know NBA on Thursdays, I got it.
Only on TNT.
Duly noted.
Oh god.
More importantly, we're streaming for Extra Life charities this week.
Yes.
Watch the NBA, that's fine. But also, if you want to donate to Extra Life, I just reposted the link in the chat room. And that is why John is beating up on some Castlevania tonight.
Well, trying to. I've been very not successful with my Castlevania playing tonight.
Man.
Which, again, I will give all the credit to my Retron acting up against the TV. I can't set the TV to game, so there's a horrible amount of lag for what I'm doing and what is happening on screen.
You just Molotov cocktail that thing.
I just noticed in one generation of consoles, since we've gone back, like, look at how different the graphics are.
So retro.
That's the point, man.
What's funny is if you look at the character close enough, it looks like he has a mullet.
Yeah, because when he whips, his hair flips. He's got his rocker hair going, man.
It's like John Bon Jovi. John Bon Jovi fighting vampires.
I like to think of it more as it's like James Hetfield.
Stick to the heart.
And you're to blame? There we go.
Yes. That was pretty good.
Aha! Triples.
So this is part 2?
It's part 3.
So, can you explain to those of us that don't know what the long route is that Spencer was talking about?
In this game, you get to kind of pick which path you're going to end up taking. And at one point, you can either pick to kind of go straight to the castle or take a little roundabout way through the swamps. And if you do that, then yeah, it makes the game a little bit longer. Exactly. Never go that way.
Should have gone that way. Should have gone
Straight to the castle. More Labyrinth jokes.
I'm in the minority of the Labyrinth knowledge here. I've only seen it like twice. And the second time was like a month ago.
Now,
I was too busy watching.
which way do we want to go? Up or down? She chose down. She chose down. Okay. I've never seen that movie in my life.
Sarah.
Don't defy me.
What's the song? What's the big song they sing? Like the little movie where they're dancing and stuff?
You remind me of the babe. What babe? The babe with the power. What power? Power of voodoo. Voodoo, you do. Do what? Remind me of the babe. I saw my baby crying hard as babe could cry. What could I do? My baby's love had gone and left my baby blue. Nobody knew what kind of magic spell to use. Slime or snails or puppy dog tails. thunder or lightning. The baby said,
I would just like to interject. Do you have a problem?
What?
And there are therapists that can help.
No, for that alone, you should donate to Extra Life. That was an amazing impromptu performance that was synchronized. They even stopped and started at the same exact point.
That looks like the owl from The Secret of Myth.
oh, it does.
The Great
That's
Owl.
awesome.
The Great Owl just got KO'd.
Oh, yeah. Going up against Belmonts? Come on.
What was the rat's name? Mrs. Nisby?
Mrs. Brisby.
Frisbee.
Yeah.
That's right.
Man, we're getting all kinds of nostalgic up here tonight.
We're playing 80s games. We're talking about 80s movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Singing 80 songs, talking about Secret of Nam.
that was cool and random and weird, but that was really cool. I did not know what room I was in for a second. But I just burst into song like that.
You're in the MC Escher room at the end of Labyrinth.
See, instead of Labyrinth, I was rewatching like Neverending Story and Legend like over and over. Legend wasn't good, but that like Tim
No,
Curry
Tim
devil,
Curry is the devil?
that
No,
was
that's
really cool.
that's like one of the coolest things ever.
I love how you type in the chat, I love my Don Bluth films, and you're sitting in the room with us. I just looked like, oh, someone's typing about Don Bluth. It's you.
It is me. You're welcome.
Well, the chat works. At least I know the chat. Thank you for that.
I hope there's at least someone else out there who's watching right now that could hear our little rendition.
Well, the thing is with Twitch is when it shows you how many people are logged in and viewing. So if anyone is watching and not logged in, we don't know. They're probably just going there singing Labyrinth songs, playing Castlevania.
Yeah, and hopefully that does make someone want to donate. At least a
Oh
little
man.
It's for a good cause.
Oh, it's too funny.
See, this first time I played this stage when I was a kid, this blew my mind that it's like, oh wow, like it's mud and you can sink in it. Or maybe it's
You
a...
didn't know about quicksand?
Well, no, because it was just cool to see that in a game.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you could.
Yeah, because normally in stuff like that, you just die.
I had that, what was it, Mario 3 where you could get in the quicksand and still jump out?
Yeah.
But it took an awful lot of effort.
Like in the desert stages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, there's something off to the left here.
Spencer says bravo on the singing, by the way.
Thank you, Spencer.
Spencer, I forgot, also a huge 80s movie fan.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm glad, Spencer, I'm glad you saw that. That was awesome, and it freaked me out because I did not know how far that was going. Because I knew like one line of that song, and it was the first line. I'm surprised Jen wasn't singing, because I know she knows all of that.
Better if I die.
I didn't get an NBA.
Like, that was really awesome.
Much more honesty than
That's why I made NBA after all.
I have a sudden urge to rewatch The Land Before Time, just the first one. Because
That's the only one that matters.
Yeah, it's the only one I care about.
I got it
Yep,
out
yep,
last
yep.
time you were over, but we ended up watching something else.
I would love to watch
It's
that
still
again.
laying in the living room, actually.
Because we were talking about watching it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is an NBA ad.
Yeah, you keep getting the NBA ads when you log in, don't you? Probably the same one. That they're playing with like LeBron and whoever else it is.
Dude's on a boat.
They're on a boat, man.
All references shall here. All pop culture references shall hereby be made pre-1990. Nothing from 1991 or present.
So like we can't reference Batman the Animated Series or X-Men. I don't know if I want to live in this world.
You reference Star Wars and
You could reference Star Wars, yes. But if we're just gonna go retro, let's just limit what
And
we
Shirt
talk
Tails and Monchi Cheese.
Shirt Tails. I can't remember what was Shirt Tails.
It was a cartoon.
Yeah.
What,
It
what,
was
what
like
were
they were like little anthropomorphic animals, and they had a little car that would
Oh
turn
yeah,
into.
that narrows it down.
Yeah, remember that one?
Well, they were, and they had a little car that would turn into a plane, and they would fly around, and they'd go on little adventures. And they all had shirts.
Sounds like 50 shows at once.
Pretty much.
I remember
and
there
there
that show
were,
than I do. Like, I remember
and
watching
there was
it, but I
a
don't remember what it was
monkey
about.
that would talk
He
like
always talks about it, but I don't remember it at Yeah.
There was a monkey that would talk like Humphrey Bogart. You'd like, hey, sweetheart.
Can you Google that? Because I got the chat up. I don't want to. I know if we see it. That song is not like something I recognize.
And there was also the Littles.
I
Which were
remember
like
Oh,
little.
little.
Yeah, Littles had a good theme song. You remember that one? What am I looking at?
Shirt Tails?
T-A-I-L-S or T-A-L-E-S?
I think it's T-A-L-E-S.
Yeah, I
but
think it's T-A-L-E-S.
like DuckTales. Woohoo.
Shirt Tails cartoon.
How come not?
Whoa, this.
DuckTales.
Why are we not
Woohoo.
streaming DuckTales games?
Has everybody seen the Beyonce video to the DuckTales review?
Yes.
That's one of the greatest things.
It just syncs up perfectly.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, this looks not.
Does it look familiar?
No, not at all.
Let me see.
Not at all. This must be something you Yanks had.
No, it was on ABC.
No,
I
I kind
remember
of-
that show.
I kind of
And
recognize
I'm from
this.
right here, yo.
You're from right here, yo?
I kind of recognize that.
No, I do not at all.
Like,
Oh! The
it looks,
little raccoon looks really familiar.
I think I had a puzzle with them on it.
yeah, it looks, it looks vaguely familiar.
Like an all 24-piece puzzle, and I put it together all the time.
Alright.
Shirt Tails, wow. That must be really well.
Somebody on one of my vintage groups posted something about color forms the other day.
Oh,
I love
yes.
color
These
forms.
were wonderful.
Okay, Spencer says, don't laugh, but I used to watch the 80s cartoon Kissy Fur.
I used to call my cousin that.
I don't know.
I remember that one.
Spencer, I don't know Kissy Fur. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I don't know what that is. Kissy Fur?
That's what we used to call my cousin Christopher.
Were those like animals?
I think he had a dog. Wasn't the dog Christopher? I think so.
I've never heard of that before. Spencer, no judgment. We had a whole discussion earlier about how I used to watch Jim and the Holograms for the music. Even though, for some reason, Nick wouldn't believe me.
I don't believe you.
That's why that atrocious movie, I'm glad it didn't make any money, because it's not what the cartoon was. And the music in that movie trailer was terrible.
Ugh.
What are you playing over there?
I'm finding 80s cartoon intro themes.
I don't remember Kissy Fur. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh, well, yeah. Chase your cares away. Worries for another day.
Didn't we see something similar with like a new Doozers cartoon or something?
Yeah, it was a Toys R Us.
Yeah, it was like CG.
Oh, jeez.
It looked
Yeah.
weird.
Wait, 80s cartoon intro is based on movies.
Use that
So.
board and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool. They're like melting the bricks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's an extra life down there, if I remember. And speaking of extra lives, if you would like to donate to the Extra Life Foundation, I think Anthony is typing the link into the description or into the chat right now.
Yep.
So feel free to do that. Anything you can give is greatly appreciated.
And the money will be used by our local Children's Miracle Network.
Yep.
Yep.
Your blocks are melting.
Your blocks are melting.
And Extra Life donations are also tax-free.
Yes.
There's a thing on the website about that. They're tax-free.
They're tax
Tax
exempt.
exempt. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
Tax
Exempt.
Is that the term you're looking for?
Yeah, you can claim it on your taxes.
Charity tax thing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's
Whatever the word for that is.
do the thing with the monies for the good cause. I don't know how words work.
And the things and the symbols and
Support the kids.
and the jello puddings and the
I thought I was gonna ask you if you need to reboot for a second. I thought you froze up. Whoa, this is like, looks like some of the older games are even more challenging than some of the newer games.
Oh yeah.
Well, I only played like the first Castlevania, and I never even got through that game ever.
interesting thing from this list.
We're all like thinking about 80s stuff now.
Is there a clip for Brave Star or
Dude, I own
Cops?
that on DVD.
Yeah.
I'm actually watching a YouTube video right now that's 80s cartoon intro themes based solely on movies alone. So far I've seen Rambo, Karate Kid, and I'm pretty sure this is the RoboCop show. Oh yeah, it's RoboCop. Because the guy's getting gunned down horribly right now.
You know, we did a podcast about favorite music videos about 2 months ago,
Yeah.
and I think Jen brought up Cyndi Lauper.
No, I
Was it
did.
You, or you did?
I did.
I found myself listening to some Cyndi Lauper the other night, and I was on her Greatest Hits album.
Somebody actually remembers the Police Academy cartoon show.
Oh, I remember
Bless
that.
them.
The Cyndi Lauper Goonie song came on the Greatest Hits album, and I realized that's the most I've ever really heard the song. Because I've always heard it just in the movie.
Yeah.
And there's like 30 seconds of it. I'd never heard the whole
Yeah.
song.
Well, if you remember from the stream I did back, oh dear, in back in April, I played the Goonies 2 video game, and the theme song gets looped
Yeah, it's a
several
credit.
times. Yeah.
It's in the credits.
There's also, if you're in the 80s stuff, and while you're watching this, you probably are, there's a Friday the 13th game that they're trying to get kickstarted that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
The Kickstarter, I think, actually ends, I think, next week or something.
That
but-
sounds
But
right.
first, donate to Extra Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donate to Extra Life. But I was only going to mention that because on John's last stream, he played the Friday the 13th
You
game.
did.
Yeah.
And
I
it was
came,
so
I
weird.
saw, I kicked its butt.
Camp counselors running from Jason.
And I'm in a bit of a pickle here.
What is that? Oh,
What's it look like?
Are those the gummy bears?
Nope. What's it look like, Anthony?
Is it the Ewoks?
Yep.
Yes, the
Ewoks.
Ewoks!
The Ewoks
They
cartoon
are
show.
the
I don't know if they have a cartoon.
Oh, they did. It was
Ewoks.
terrible.
wow.
It was.
I love that. I watch that and Droids all the time.
Oh god, Droids was even worse.
Hey, at least they got Anthony Daniels to.
Wait, what about Joyce?
Anthony Daniels voiced
C-3PO.
C-3PO. If I remember correctly, didn't Boba Fett show up in there a couple times? I mean, aside
Droid
from
show?
yeah,
Yeah.
aside from the Christmas special.
Oh, please don't mention that.
Oh, does anybody remember
Oh,
Floppy
speaking-
Dogs?
Floppy
Floppy
dogs?
Dogs?
Floppy Dogs sounds fairly familiar. But speaking of which, Droids just came on this playlist.
Was Floppy Dogs like pound puppies or something?
No. No.
And it was a made-for-TV movie. It wasn't a cartoon. It was cartoon, but it wasn't a cartoon series.
Yeah.
But it
Boy.
was these magical dogs, and when you scratched their heads, they flew, and they were trying to get back to their magical land. They needed the help of the human.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh yeah,
I don't think I missed that one.
it was wonderful.
So far, that and Kissy are the only ones I haven't heard of. Out of everything we've named.
Of course, I had to add the Chuck Norris cartoon.
Oh yeah,
Chuck Norris Karate Commandos!
that's right.
Oh my god, that show
What about-
was so bad.
Mr. T. Why was there a cartoon about Mr. T
It
driving a
doesn't matter.
bus full
It
of
doesn't matter.
gymnasts?
It doesn't matter.
And the dog had a mohawk.
No, dude. Chuck
Cause they gotta stay in school.
Chuck Norris wins because he had an actual villain that was just named Super Ninja. Super Ninja.
My favorite, but the best thing about the Mr. T cartoon was the actual public service thing announcements that he did at the end.
You ever
Yeah.
been named for something you didn't do? I did. This one time in Mexico City.
If you need glasses, wear them. Don't worry about what people say about you. You want to be able to see, don't you? Don't be ashamed.
Don't be a fool. Wear them glasses. Your mama said you wear them glasses. You gotta wear them glasses, fool.
Love you, mama.
Drink your drugs and don't do school.
Wasn't that the Saturday Night Live?
I think Eddie Murphy did a Mr. T.
I need work.
Oh, you got to Dracula pretty quick.
No, this is actually Alucard.
Oh, that's not Dracula?
No.
I was like, you actually been fighting him for a little bit. Thought that was into the game already.
Oh no. I don't know if you remember the end of this game, like where you've got to fight the 3 forms of Dracula, and he turns on that big winged thing that shoots lasers out of its eyes, and the platforms fly around the room. And
last time you streamed it, I just remember watching so much Castlevania, I couldn't tell you which
which one was which.
Yeah, I just remember seeing a lot of.
Did you play this one on the?
I did.
Yeah. I think this was real late at night though, so I didn't actually catch it.
He started in, I think, at midnight?
It was pretty late at night,
It was
yeah.
very late at night. It was like as I was going to bed. I was like, I want to watch this, but I'm tired.
He did them all like back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you played 4 in a row.
Yep.
Yeah. If you go to YouTube and you look up 80s or 90s cartoon intros, 99% of these videos are guy-centric. I can even type in like girl cartoon intros and they're still guy-centric.
What did you mention?
Like you have to remember individual shows to actually get that stuff to pop up.
You mentioned Barbie and the Rockers?
Yeah, Barbie and the Rockers.
See? I'm not
John
crazy.
knows it.
I don't remember that.
How much Barbie did you play with?
None.
He was busy playing with his gem dolls.
No, because I would have had the cassettes if I had the dolls. And I didn't want to buy the dolls, I just wanted the cassettes.
You say that now.
Hey.
The Barbie doll looks in my bedroom is Barbie and the Rockers.
Is it?
Was she like Joan and like Joan?
I thought that
like,
was the one that did the sparky skates
God.
that like set people's hair on fire or something.
I remember that.
I did have that one though.
That was all over the news.
Everybody had that one.
Yeah.
It was great. I don't understand. Like, boys have had stuff for years before that made sparks, and all of a sudden,
And for
girls
years
get a
after, they still make them.
yeah.
Cap guns.
And girls get a Barbie that does that, and all of a sudden it's on the news. I don't understand it.
They were saying they put it on services where it was catching on fire and stuff. Like rolling
Boys do that
across.
stuff all the time.
I don't know.
But it's boys. The boys are allowed to do that. It's
Boys are allowed to
man.
start fires.
You
Girls are
missed
not.
it.
Exactly.
Wait, I was trying to help
horribly
you.
What? I keep watching the chat. What? Hey man.
But it's your punch.
Screen.
It's your
Yes.
punch, dude.
The most powerful man in the
It's funny
universe.
how much they just recycle animation in that show.
The only reason I showed you that was because it was the punch, your favorite part.
Well, I think on the last live stream, I brought up the Hercules cartoon from the 60s.
Oh, I do actually remember.
And the animation studio from Canada that did that, oh, these guys are just respawning all the time. Also did the Spider-Man cartoon and the Rocket Robin Hood cartoon, and they would just recycle like the same backgrounds in all 3 cartoons all the time. The more you know.
The Spider-Man cartoon from the 60s was on Netflix a while back. And I watched a little bit of it, and that was hilarious.
Right now, I'm playing one of my favorite 80s intro themes ever.
Boy, which one?
Jason the Wheel Warriors. Which, if any of you remember that, has like the most glam metal 80s opening ever.
I only know
I vaguely remember
I only know
that.
because it's one that you found on YouTube a lot. I don't remember it really.
Oh god.
Well, see, the thing was, a lot of the writers who did really good work on 90s shows or TV shows or things like that started off writing these cartoons, and that's why some of them actually have really good stories, sadly.
I found out
Like a
Jay-
portion of this one was done by J. Michael Straczynski.
Oh, really?
Yes!
I found out he wrote my favorite Ghostbusters episode.
He wrote a lot of those. He did a couple of... He did, like, a lot of this. I think he had a couple of different He-Man ones. Like, that guy got around.
Okay, Castlevania.
Didn't he do Captain Power?
I think he had a hand in that, yes.
Castlevania question just now. Did you have a choice in which of those routes?
Yes. And I took the one that was going to be longer since Spencer hates people. And no, that's understandable.
He's still watching. It's all good.
I was one of Anthony's personal favorites.
I'm trying to think what to do.
It's funny, you're nodding your head in time with the music that's playing on the TV.
What is every little child's favorite after-school show?
Mask?
Tailspin.
Not Disney.
Okay.
Every little child's favorite show who lived in your neighborhood when you grew up.
Thundercats?
Yes. That's the nicest way I could put it.
Hey, they're on the prowl and they're on the loose.
As soon as I said it,
You regretted it?
Here we go.
I was mad for the reason why I got it. When someone says in your neighborhood. And you know what? Let me, the chat, Spencer is chatting back to us. Spencer said they were hybrid animals. It was on early Saturday morning before Captain N. I think the chat's catching up to him. I don't know what you're typing. It's catching up. John, I may have asked before, but have you played 8 Eyes on NES? It's kind of a wannabe Castlevania.
I have not. I've heard of it though.
Spencer, I'm sorry. I think the chat was lagging on you a little bit. It's just kind of popping up all at once. 8 Eyes on NES. I've heard of that game before. What was the cartoon you were talking about that was on Saturday morning before Captain N, Spencer?
That's Techno Man.
Hybrid animals. I wonder if that's the
Street Sharks.
No, not Street. Oh, Street Sharks. That was 90s and it was awful.
Wildcats.
Bobcats?
yeah, Spencer, I'm not sure. Type which cartoon.
Wildcats was a good
you're talking
comic.
about. The
Not
one
so
that-
good of a show.
The one about the hybrid animals. I'm not sure which one you're talking about.
There we go. Dude, I remember Techno Man. Or I should say Techno Man.
Is that like Gotcha Man or whatever?
Oh, he said Kissing Bird. It was very early. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Techno Man.
What was Gotcha Man called in America?
Who was really Techno Man?
I don't think it was called Nah.
G-Force? Was it like G-Force? Wait, I know this.
Now you angered me because I should know this off the top of my head.
Because I used to love watching that and Silverhawks.
think
They
it was
were on
Ninja
the same.
Science Team got you.
I think it was G-Force.
We'll go with that because it's not coming to me right now.
Yeah.
But the 90s X-Men opening is. Hey, for all that was, that show was great. That and Batman the Animated Series
those
really
are-
stepped up.
Oh,
Cartoon
he gave me a wiki link to Kissing Bird. Let me see what this is.
I would like to point out you're opening a link that contains the word kissing in it.
It's not the first time.
Guard your manhood.
Now here's a question for everyone. Which was better, Voltron lines or vehicles?
If anyone says vehicles, I will get them and hurt them.
I only ever say vehicles because it was the first Voltron I was introduced to.
I only say that because he said he would hurt me if I did.
I am currently looking for something to throw.
Hey, no throwing.
I don't want to walk in front of the camera. That's the truth.
Violence is never the answer.
Sure it is.
Seems like we've been through this before.
Just you wait till we get to the car. You know where to run then. Arthur and the Knights of Justice, I remember that.
Remember that one.
A bunch of football players get taken back to the...
Oh, I do remember that.
A bunch of football players get taken back to the medieval times.
That's such a weird idea for a cartoon, even in the 80s.
Actually, that may have been more of a 90s show.
Ooh dear.
Here's John's favorite. It's Mask.
I love Mask.
Mask was
Those
great.
toys were great.
There were some quality toys back in the day. They actually lasted quite a long time. Actually, I think Mask would make a good live-action movie.
I do too.
A good live-action remake of this would be actually be pretty interesting. Because we have
There's been a fan film.
a fan film.
Yeah. Did you see the Metroid fan film that just came out with?
Jessica Chobot,
Yeah.
she plays Samus.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I think Nerdist made that.
I keep laughing at the word showbot.
Yeah. Jessica Chobot.
It just sounds funny. think I had almost every master toy except
Oh,
like the
man.
little motorcycle.
What was that?
I died.
No, what was the icon? What was the...
Oh, yeah, it was a multiplier. There's a double shot and a triple shot you can get for your sub-weapon, so that you can shoot more than one at a time. Because if you hit the candles with the weapon that you're carrying, if you hit enough of them, you'll get those little double and triple shots. But since I didn't jump in time, I killed myself.
Killed myself dead.
Even if you kill him, he won't die. I gotta go stretch.
Oh, he says he got Kissifer confused with the Wuzzles.
Oh, those puzzles were awesome.
Yeah, everyone.
Do you hear what the Wuzzles just did to this room?
Wuzzles were cute
I
animals.
still have Ellaroo, my stuffed Ellaroo, the elephant kangaroo. She was purple with pink
As soon as
stripes.
you said Ellery, I could picture that character now. Wow.
Wuzzles Saturday
I have
mornings
Wuzzles.
is like, I want to say about 7:30.
Like, Spencer, you type Wuzzles and everyone just went,
man.
oh, Wuzzles.
You brought about the feels.
That was a good one.
Oh, I don't like this.
It's like a game of Snake on the old phones from the 90s.
Watch
Oh!
Bom, 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 bom.
Drink your gummy berry juice. My mom hated how much I liked that cartoon.
Wuzzles?
I jumped over the gummy bears. Because I jumped all over the house.
Yeah, that was a show about drinking booze.
It just made me a hyperactive kid. I just wanted to jump on everything in the house.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that
She was not having it.
that show was about a gang of moonshiners.
I have a bunch of gummy bears toys.
I didn't have any of the toys.
I know they make gummy bear toys.
I don't think I ever
Just
saw
little
it.
figurines. They're
Oh,
kind
just
of
like
a vinyl.
Okay.
Couple inches.
That's when you get along very nice.
Nice.
They're on my bookshelf.
Which one? The Lord of the Rings one? The board game one?
The one with the actual books on it.
Okay. There are many bookshelves in our house. Not many of them have books on them.
Oh man, I did it again.
Did you miss something?
No, I got the knife instead of keeping the axe, which would have been much handier in that boss fight. Ooh, this dude is kicking my butt.
We don't need money.
Now we need wall meat.
By the way, if you're watching John's Castlevania stream, he's turning for
Speaking
Extra
of money.
Life this weekend. Charity. And I'm putting the link in the chat right now. Donations are much appreciated. They go straight to Children's Miracle Network. Also, thanks for just checking out the stream and going back to the 80s with us.
Oh, straight into the pit
Oh, it's
again.
like the same exact movie we did last time. Need a password?
Nah, we'll do one continue and just see what happens.
This is my jam.
This ain't what's popular in the streets, man.
I don't care about the beats. Just care about these Castlevania beats.
Hey, that rhymes.
Somehow I doubt the composer of the song had the young or Lil or anything like that in front of his name.
Good. That's why it sounds like actual music. Because he composed music.
Might have been the same girl that did the music for Symphony of the Night and the original Castlevania, and who is also doing the music on the upcoming, was it Bloodstained?
Oh,
From-
Iga's new game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the spiritual successor to Castlevania. Whoever the lady was that did the music in Symphony of the Night.
Look it up. Which one is this? Number 2 or
This
number
is-
This is number 3.
I know some of the composers they've had for years, like, God, I want to say it's Koji Kondo, I think, they're like Mario.
Yeah, he did that for Nintendo.
And he's done it since the first game, and he still does it. And I think, I want to say the Final Fantasy composer.
No, Uematsu, yeah, he doesn't do it anymore. He hasn't since 10, I think.
No, Uematsu stopped at like, it may even be before 10.
No, he did 10 for sure.
Okay, he stopped at 10.
Because 10 was like a soundtrack guy.
Because I know he didn't do 11.
No.
He didn't work on the MMO. But the MMO's still like good.
Oh, it's 914.
Probably. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
I'm sorry, who knows for the composers?
Yes.
Yeah,
I got 4 here.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Where would I find this?
oh, here, let me,
Go ahead and hop across. Alright, not far.
excuse me?
For those of you watching, that was Anthony's behind that just ran by.
To donate for that?
Yeah.
Wait, am I
Yes.
No, donate to not see that again.
We're selling your body.
It's okay, he's my 34-year-old son. You have Funahashi Jun, Morimoto Yukie, or Sasaki Yoshinori.
Does it say who did what?
No, it just says composers.
I will put my behind on the stream again.
I'm trying to find wall meat, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh wow. This game did not come to Europe until 1992.
Really?
3 years after it was published in Japan.
Wow.
It came out in Europe in 1992 after the release of Super Castlevania 4. They got Castlevania 3. That's weird. That's interesting.
Oh, and they're undead. One thing that's interesting about this game is that on the Famicom in Japan, it had an extra sound channel. So the soundtrack is much, much better on the Famicom version than it is on the US version. And it's one of the reasons why I would really like to pick up the Famicom version at some point. Because it's amazing what that extra channel of music adds to the game as far as the way it sounds.
You can only freeze that, you can't. Oh shoot. Or is it like after a couple hits you turn on hearts, or is it only certain limits?
No, it's just when you kill him. You can only hit him in the head. Play it safe here. Yeah, and you don't know what he's going to turn into when you kill him. It's going to be hearts, or blue diamonds, or purple horseshoes, or red balloons, green clovers,
Wuzzles, or McFlurries, whatever, kissing first, whatever.
Oh god. Away with the
Go back to whence you came.
whence you came. I hate that he gets in that little spot where he can hit you, but you can't hit him.
At least you have the axe this time.
Yeah, it's not going to help me a whole lot considering where my life is.
I'm just gonna say, no matter what, this has been a fun stream, but the highlight, I think, was the impromptu David Bowie duet acapella. That was pretty amazing. And unrehearsed.
These guys have done some really good.
Oh!
But you
That's
on the
a-
same spot every time.
About.
much phone. you keep that battery until I say it. Which...
Mine's probably got enough charge on it if you want to plug it.
Alright.
Given a cheat sheet, I was not aware that they want you to put these in the oven.
If you look on that drawer, I think there should be one down there underneath the oven. I think it's down there.
This hasn't been 24 hours, but how you holding up there?
Oh, I'm great.
Yeah, I mean, there's a camera work. I think it's about-
Speaking of 24 hours, we do have, or I am going to be part of another charity live stream 24-hour event on
December, isn't it?
December 5th. I'm not going to be doing what I did last time and going crazy and trying to see how many games I can beat. I'm just going to be playing for 24 hours, so it'll be a little more relaxed than last time. For me, at least, last time was a little intense. But, hey, pimpin' ain't easy. Oh, son of a...
See, Biscuit?
Did it again. Yes! Oh! Why, Mr. Bonehead Face? You're trying to kill me like that? With your little cheating ways. Wow. Chris Walken shows up. Yes. Dracula! What are you doing? Trying to kill the people with your fangs and fire and Bone Dragon Skull Man.
If Christopher Walken was ever in a vampire movie,
Oh, man.
I could not take that movie seriously.
No, it'd be great.
He'd laugh himself.
The only one who really went to do on music after this game was...
What was her name?
Most of the people on here are men. Not one of these has come up with one yet.
So, Symphony, maybe you should look up Symphony of the Night and see who did that soundtrack. Maybe they switched people.
And Symphony of the Night has one of the most amazing soundtracks ever. And then you beat the game, and the end credits roll, and it's this horrible Celine Dion sounding song. Like, for real, I mean, yeah. And it's horrible. I mean, just absolutely horrible. Ask Spencer, I'm sure he knows. Spencer, tell him in the chat how bad that song is. Although, at this point, if anyone's still watching, you probably are a Castlevania fan and already know the horrendous thing that song is. Don't want that candle. That candle is evil. That was a stupid knife.
Always get to this fight with about 3 bars of health.
Yep.
He doesn't jump, he just tucks his knees in.
Don't get too close! Watch out for the...
I was saying, man, go to the left.
Don't!
You always get caught on that bottom platform.
I know.
Go to the left. Keeps up with the room.
I just wish there was a
Game Genie.
Video,
that too.
game, music... I'm sorry, I gotta look this up.
no, that there was a wall meet somewhere that I could get a little health back.
Let's call a Nintendo console.
See, I remember that boss not being hard back in the day, but I probably got to him with more health. Because
Video Game Music
Oh, man.
Preservation Foundation Wiki.
What?
Seriously, Video Game Music Preservation Foundation Wiki. It chronicles video game music composers.
awesome.
It's pretty cool.
And they have info going back like into the late 70s, early 80s on some of these people. is actually interesting to look at.
Well, you
But
know,
all 4 of the people who did music for this game, they're all men.
For this game?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there was more than one.
There are 4 composers listed. All of them are men. The only one who really went on to do much after this was, I believe, Jun Funahashi. I believe was the one who did a lot after this. Like, that guy, I think, went up to 2011, 2012.
Spencer comment on this song you were talking about. He says, it sucks, asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. So apparently it was, like you said, very Celine Dion like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funahashi Jun did all the way up to Stranglehold on the PS3.
Strangle.
I thought that was
John
Ted.
Boone game.
I was gonna say that was a Ted Nugent song.
He also did some of apparently the music for Dance Dance Revolution Ultra Mix 2.
It's a Konami game, so it makes sense.
The Game Boy Color Spawn game. The Adventures of Batman and Robin. The Tiny Toons games. Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo. Contra Force.
Oh god.
Now he turns into Frieza.
The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Nintendo game. Wow.
Oh wow. I like the music in that game. I like that game.
It stinks trying to find the technical zone.
Oh yeah, that stage 5 is horrible.
I never even made it.
Because it's completely random. There is literally no pattern on that. It is completely random when the technical zone ends up.
That Turtles game was tough because the controls were so bad.
Oh man. Oh no.
Oh! You're lucky on
I
that.
forgot all about this.
Oh! You weren't wearing a life vest this time.
Yeah. I still sunk to the bottom.
That's why he had a life vest in other games.
It made him drown!
Yeah, it didn't help.
It had the opposite effect.
It was the only thing he could put his arms through.
He missed the memo that life vests are not the dipped over
Man. This is tough.
Life vests were supposed to save us.
Oh no, you're good.
Oh, The Adventures of Bayou Billy. I remember that game.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh man.
Oh, if you need it, right time.
It has been a long time since I've played this stage. I completely forgot that I played the last stage music. Oh man! How you gonna do that to me?
Did you like throw a potion in front of you or something?
If I
You have the knives right now, that's useless. Oh,
man.
Oh!
Oh, Lost in Blue. What was that? That was a DS game. That was the mystery game, wasn't it?
Let's see, there was Symphony of Destruction, Aria of Dissonance,
Oh, Lord.
Master of Puppets.
Master of Puppets, no. You're lying on that one. I'll look them up, because I have like 2 out of like the 5 they
There
had.
was Bram Stoker's Castlevania.
Joe, did you get faster or you going back up?
Oh no!
No!
Oh man! I was so proud of myself for getting up to that point.
My favorite Castlevania is one of the ones on DS. It's the one where I can switch between the fighter and the mage. But it can actually be played co-op if you have 2 copies of the game.
And the Harmony of Dissonance.
Orchard of Ruin. That's my favorite.
That's where the names got so fancy, I never understood they were.
Well, Symphony of the Night really started that. Well,
Dawn of Sorrow.
in a way, Rondo of Blood started it.
Aria of Spaghetti and
Orchard of Ruin.
No, go up, not
This is making me want to go home and actually fire up Orchard of Ruin again.
Well, I think
It's
that's
9:28,
probably gonna
so-
about do it for tonight. And just so everyone can see what I'm dealing with here tonight, watch me push the button, and then watch how long it takes him to jump. It's a little more responsive than Bloodlines was. but there's a little bit of a delay there. And that makes it very difficult when things are flying at your face and, you know, you don't want to move. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining us and trying to help us support a great cause with Extra Life. And again, I'll be doing another 24-hour live stream coming up on December 5th. I believe it starts at noon Saturday and will go to noon Sunday. So stay tuned to this channel for a little bit more on that. And again, tune in or click on the link if you haven't yet and donate to Extra Life. And I'm sure there's other people streaming for Extra Life tonight. Go find their channels, donate if you haven't yet, and just thank you so much for joining us. And we will see you on the next stream. So, good night.
Just click stop stream on the right.